Hey guys, it's Sam. It is Monday, June 14th, 2010, and I am recording this in my car, which is interesting. I want to record in the backyard like I usually do on the porch, but they're doing construction back there, and I don't really particularly feel like talking about these issues in front of these two guys who I don't know who are building the porch. So instead, I'm recording it outside where I feel like kind of self-conscious and weird for talking to myself in a car. But hey, people do it. That's alright. FYI, sorry. I'm like really thirsty. So you get to deal with me drinking a lot of water this whole time. I feel like it might be because I just brushed my teeth and I use Sensodyne toothpaste because I messed up my teeth. And that tends to like make me really, really thirsty, so sorry. Okay, so this week we are talking about sex, and I was going to like throw in that let's talk about sex song, and then I was like, you know what? No, I'm not, because that's been done 80 million times, and it was really weird. I wasn't even thinking about doing it, and then while I was like thinking about what I was going to say, the song was in my head, and I didn't even realize that the song was in my head. That's how weird and ingrained that song is when we talk about this topic. So I'm not going to say anything else about it. So topic, sex. How does being genderqueer affect you sexually? What would your ideal relationship look like? Has your sexual orientation shifted with your gender identity? Are you interested in dating other trans people, etc., etc., etc.? So, how does being genderqueer affect me sexually? I guess that's interesting. I mean, if we're talking about like physical body, you know, there's a certain degree to which I do not identify with my body, and I wish that I had different parts, or I wish that I didn't have what I have. I think it'll be interesting to hear what different folks on the channel have to say about this, because I think it really depends person to person. But for me, I don't particularly like what I have, but it works. That would be before the Lupron shots. Now that I'm on Lupron shots, everything's broken. But let's just pretend that everything were working how it should work. In which case, I'm pleased to the degree that it works, and I'm happy that it functions. And whether that means, you know, fantasizing about different body parts in my head, or not thinking about things physically, but just about how things feel, that's kind of how I've tended to go with that. You know, prior to identifying as genderqueer, before I questioned, you know, my gender at all, you know, it used to be all right, and I didn't think about these things. But certainly now that certainly now that I, you know, have been identifying as genderqueer and trans for a while. Please don't come in the car, cat. Stay over there. Okay, good. That would not be my cat. That's a different cat. Anyway, right. So since identifying as trans and genderqueer, you know, my relationship with my body has been different, and I wish that I had different anatomy, or I just wish that I didn't really have what I have. You know, a lot of the displeasure that I have with my body comes from the fact that it's broken. Like, a lot of different parts of me are malfunctioning, and this is why I'm trying to like fix these problems medically and whatever. But I think that certainly has something to do with it, besides the fact that, like, emotionally speaking, I don't really identify with the parts that I have. So, also when it comes to like chest stuff in those situations, you mean technically there's like nerves that feel good when things are touched in a certain way, but like I'm not really into it. I'm not really into that stuff. I'd rather we just left that alone. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if I do decide to go on T, which I'm at this point honestly 98% sure I'm probably going to do it. If you're interested for why, check out my personal channel. Because because I talk about it a lot. But anyway, I lost my train of thought. I don't know. Anyway, so me and my body, yeah. I mean, like, thinking in my head about different anatomy makes me feel better. And I think, you know, if I go on T, I think that that will help with anatomy starting to match more what I wish I had. And I'm really excited about top surgery, which I can do someday when I have $5,600 or $57. I think Garamoni's up to $5,700 to drop. You know, that'll be great when that happens. Also, T, I heard, tends to shrink your chest, so maybe it'll go away. I doubt it, but maybe it'll just get really small. Okay, so next part of the question. What would your ideal relationship look like? Honestly, like, I really strongly identify as a tranny fag. Like, that makes a lot of sense to me. So my ideal relationship would be dating another trans masculine identified female born person. That would be ideal. I'm also interested, why does that cat keep looking at me? I'm also interested in possibly dating cisgendered men someday, like once I am no longer female. But I don't know. That takes a lot more thought. And I'm definitely up for dating other genderqueer people. But I'm attracted to masculinity is the thing. So, ew, something on my lip. So anyway, yeah, that's my ideal. My ideal situation. I think that would be absolutely fabulous and very, very, very gay and very, very, very gender bendy and very, very, very trans and very, very hot, in my opinion. I think it would be great. So, has your sexual orientation shifted with your gender identity? That's been really interesting. Before I started questioning my gender, I was identifying as a female gay person. I never liked the word lesbian. I definitely like the word dyke. I love that that word has been reclaimed. I'm looking forward to the future when fag is also as reclaimed as dyke has become. So I definitely had that identity, sexual orientation, right? You know, and then once I started questioning my gender, and then over time, as I've had this shift and realizing that I don't want to date female-identified, female-bodied people anymore, then I realized that shifted, and I am interested in dating other trans people, trans men, transgendered, trans-masculine spectrum folks of various types. Okay. And then the last part. Are you interested? Oh, well, yeah. Yes, I am interested in dating other trans people. So, I guess that's all. It's interesting, and I'm very curious to see what happens, when it's so hard to make this decision, but if I go on testosterone, it'll be very interesting to me to see how, you know, everything sex and sexuality related, how that shifts. And I look forward to it because honestly right now on Lupron shots, on the hormone blockers, everything has been reduced to zero. Zero, nothing, zero sexual anything. And that sucks. So, looking forward to it. And I'm super curious to see what other people have to say about this. And, you know, if we want to continue the conversations, that would be awesome. So, I hope everyone is doing great. And I will talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.